From the front page of the Yonkers Statesman, October 7, 1916. Headline, Pressing Attack Against Monastir. The Entente's campaign against Monastir is developing from both north and east. The Allied forces have pressed to within half a dozen miles of the city from the south, while the Serbians have advanced northwest and reached a valley about 10 miles east of the city. Further west along the shore of Lake Presha, the Entente's operation against the Bulgarians are making progress, according to Paris. Sofia's official report today asserts the Serbians attempting to cross the Cerner were defeated, and an attack near Bahavov, further east, was repulsed. Sofia declares the attacks of Russo-Romanian forces in Dobruja are proving abortive. The French front in the Somme region remains comparatively quiet. A fresh Romanian expedition is said to have crossed the Danube into Bulgaria, according to a Rome wireless message. Field Marshal von Mackensen is said to have sent troops to attack the Romanians without success. German troops yesterday made 4 counterattacks in an effort to recapture ground lost to the Russians in Galicia, but were repulsed with heavy losses. Headline, Relief in milk situation. 12 companies sign agreement with the producers. Relief from the milk famine due to a dispute between farmers and distributors seemed in sight today when 12 companies signed agreements to pay the prices demanded by the producers for the next 6 months. Headline, World Series begun. The Boston team, the American League champions, and the Brooklyns, the National League champions, met today in Boston for the first game of the World's Baseball Series. The first run of the game was scored by Boston in the 3rd inning. Headline, Obituary of Eugene C. Clark. Eugene Clinton Clark, who resigned last July as president of the Alexander Smith & Sons Carpet Company, died suddenly late yesterday afternoon in his automobile in front of the 177th Street Police Station, New York City. With his wife, a daughter, and a nurse, he was returning to his home, Foxdale, at 1048 North Broadway, Yonkers, when he became ill. The machine was stopped and his daughter called to policeman guardman of the 177th Street station and told him that Mr. Clark was unconscious. The policeman telephoned to the Washington Heights Hospital and took the automobile to the police station. Mr. Clark expired before Dr. McAvoy arrived from the hospital. Death was due to heart disease. Mr. Clark was born in Katona, New York, January 22, 1863, but nearly all of his life was spent in Yonkers. In his boyhood, he was a contralto singer of exceptional gifts, and for years was a soloist in St. John's Episcopal Church, later becoming the organist and choir director of that church. He entered the employ of the Smith Company at the age of 14, and his advancement was rapid. He became superintendent of the Moquette Mill, general superintendent for the company, then vice president, and finally president. He resigned the presidency recently owing to ill health. He had held that office since 1910. And that's the news from Yonkers 100 years ago today.